All right, everybody. We are here. We are live. Can everybody see me and hear me? Looking good on my end. All right. What's going on, everybody? We're starting a little bit later than usual because my post-game video took forever to clear YouTube checks. So I uploaded it like an hour later than I wanted to. And then I was like, well, I don't want to be streaming right after my post-game video goes live. So I decided I wanted to sit up for at least more than an hour. So it did, which is good. I'm still very annoyed at YouTube right now. I'll be perfectly honest. But what's going on, everybody? Already got 50 people in here. Yeah, I heard James Conner broke his leg or something, so they got some problems over there. It was the ankle? All right, we got over 60 people in here. I'll go for about an hour, like usual, I think. So we'll go a little bit past this Sunday night game, which this game's terrible. This game is like everything wrong with football. It's amazing how unfun the Chiefs are to watch right now. And I know it'll get better when they get the receivers, but the Chiefs are incredibly unfun to watch. Yeah, Russell Wilson's game is anathema for the modern NFL. And this game really highlights how bad the Cowboys are. They're the one team that can get beat by Russ's moonballs now. They're the only team that can lose to Russ moonballs. Is the Cooper Kupp influence hitting JSN already? I mean, this breakout started last year, so let's not act like Cooper Kupp is the linchpin for this, but maybe on some of the stuff where he's playing on the outside. Who got hurt for the Chiefs? Is that Cook? All right, guys. So we got 85 people in here. Actually, it just jumped to like 100. So what's going on? We're going to stream for about an hour here tonight while we're watching the end of the Sunday night game. Great day, obviously. I don't think there's much that need be said about it. It was pretty dominant. The only thing the Seahawks did not do well in this game was run the ball. Other than that, I think everything else pretty much worked. They got good pressure for the most part on Rattler, even if it didn't result in a lot of sacks. I think they did a good job tackling. They defended the run really well. The passing game was effective and efficient. What else? Special teams, yeah. Special teams were massive. Wow. Giants just got bailed out. How do you get pass interference on that play? Yeah, I'm worried about the run game because the formula is this team finds a way to run the ball. And we We can't run the ball reliably at all. We were able to get away with it today because we were playing the Saints. We kind of got away with it last week, although the running game wasn't bad last week. But we kind of got away with it simply because Darnold played a really good game converting on 3rd and long, but I don't believe it's sustainable. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'll say this. I don't think they got deep into their playbook in this game because we got up by so much so early that maybe there was a plan for Arroyo in this game, and we just never got to that part. But it's weird that we've seen so little tight end usage through 3 games. We're not utilizing the tight ends at all. But I think this is just one of those games where, like, you get up so early, there's no point in, like, running your whole game plan. You get ahead, and then you just kind of sit on the ball. Well, the O-line isn't good at run blocking. Well, they got to get better. I agree. I don't think our running backs are bad. I don't even think Kalani's bad. Wow. Oh, Jackson Dartson. Is this just a package for him? Dude, they put in Dart and they treat him like Milrow. Milrow's gotten a handful of plays this season, and I don't think he's thrown the ball. All he does is run. I don't understand. Dart is not some... They're treating Dart like he's Tim Tebow or something. I don't get it. I don't even know the point of having packages for him. Why does Russ keep bailing out of clean pockets? He's leaving his right tackle out to die. Or out to dry, excuse me. He's hanging his right tackle out to dry here over and over and over again. I don't know why he's doing that. He keeps bailing to his right out of pockets that look fairly clean. I don't get it. I got to give it up to Jay Harbaugh, though. That guy's been in the spotlight for a minute. And guys, don't forget where we were a couple weeks ago. Like, we still need to see some more stuff before we feel truly good about anything, I think. Remember how bad things were 2 weeks ago. So, I'm not going to sit here and say everything is fixed, but today was... when was the last time we really beat a team like that? Was it 2020 against the Jets or 2021 against the Lions? When was the last time...
This has been a 10th weekend for Seattle sports.
Nolan, thank you for the $1.99. This has been a 10. Yeah. I can't take much away from that. I feel like the last time we destroyed a team like that was the Lions in 2021. I'm so happy we found Darion Kendrick. Yeah. I don't know how much he's going to play going forward, but he's really nice to have around. And I know it's become kind of popular to hate on Witherspoon for Seahawks fans, but wow, the Giants are going to kick a field goal. They're not going to get a better chance to get in the end zone. Come on, guys. The takeaway, every play in the league for offense except chip blocking, that's weak. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, yeah, Graham Gano's hurt. They actually sent him out there to kick hurt, and he made it. What do you think about San Fran winning over Arizona? I'm not very happy about it. I saw the end of that game. The Cardinals looked like they basically just had it. Yeah, I thought it felt like the game was over, and then suddenly... What do you think about the Joe penalties? I thought they were pretty soft. Was Oots the only injury? The only one that I know of. I didn't even notice him get hurt during the game. It must have happened when I was distracted, but I didn't notice him get hurt during the game. I heard about him getting hurt on X a couple hours after the game ended. Who's hating on Spoon? I don't know. Seahawks fans are just turning on that guy. They're like, oh man, I really wish we didn't use that pick on him. I wish we got Jalen Carter. I see that all the time, and I don't know. People think that cornerbacks can just will interceptions out of the ether. That's not how it works. If you're a cornerback, you can't just will interceptions out of nothing. Yeah, Morris played good, man. Morris played good. He looks like he belongs in the league at least, and I honestly don't understand why he always gets shelved. We act like he can't play. We traded for Roy Robertson Harris last year, so he wouldn't have to come on the field. Oh, I see what you're saying, JG. I see what you're saying. I think they're just scared of having to ban everything. I think they're just getting to the point where it's like, look, we got to make something legal. All right. Well, I'm getting that out of here. I guess some people would rather have Deron Bland. Yeah, it's not as simple as just saying he needs to get more interceptions. Like, if you're a cornerback, it's not always totally up to you. No, Kendrick should not be starting. No. What are we going to do? Bench Spoon? Bench him and Worry? I don't think you can do either of those things. Have you talked about Connors yet? Well, I'm aware of what happened. It's only a 7-point game, I guess. We can't trade Woolen. This is the last year of his contract. Unless you mean trade him before the trade deadline, which I guess you could do that. Reek Woolen and Darion Kendrick don't even really play the same position. Darion Kendrick is playing nickel and Woolen's an outside corner. What's your take on our offense going forward? It feels unsustainable if we can't start running the ball a little bit better. I feel like we got to start running the ball better, or else against good teams, it'll just collapse. Yeah, Myers has been fine so far this year. Come on. We want the Giant. I mean, I hate to say it, but we want the Giants to keep losing, so they trade Dexter Lawrence to us. Jaron Reed and a 6th-round pick for Dexter Lawrence. Reek isn't doing a bad job tackling this year, though. Reek's problem this year has just been coverage for whatever reason. I don't get it. He's literally playing for a contract, and he's playing the worst cover football of his life so far this year. It's unreal. I'm being facetious, guys. I know we're not going to get Dexter Lawrence for a 6th-round pick. Wow, Chiefs finally did something. Yeah, see, that's the thing, JG. Like, are you benching Emin Wari after all the stuff that he did in the offseason? After spending a second-round pick on him? Jean-T might not be good. I'm shocked. He's very Trent Richardson-y. I was not expecting that. I don't know what's up with his vision. Come on. No, the NFC West isn't the best division. We just have the softest schedule. The AFC West, I think, is better, although the Broncos look pretty overrated to me. I'm pretty out on Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix is bad. I know that's random. I know that has nothing to do with what we're talking about in this stream, but I thought the Raiders' offensive line would be okay this year, but they have been awful, especially run. Especially the run blocking. I'm surprised, but I guess Pete Carroll doesn't know how to coach offensive line, man, because everywhere he goes, it just turns to crap. Well, the Niners probably looked bad because they had Mac Jones out there. Do you believe in Indiana Jones and the Colts? Kind of. I'm really surprised by how, although I will say, I think the bigger problem is the offensive line, but John T does not have that. He doesn't have those Saquon-like abilities to overcome it. I think that it is in the nature of NFL coaches to be stubborn with their players. Mike McDonald thinks Woolen is a very good player, and he's not going to be moved off that position easily. I don't think we're there yet. I don't. Oh, Mahomes going deep. He's got it. I think he's down at the 1, but either way. Oh, they're giving him the touchdown. By the time we play the Colts in December, it would not shock me if they went back down to earth, though. Let's see. Ooh, that's not a catch, is it? That's not a catch. That doesn't look like a catch to me. Do you think that teams may try too hard to stop the run and that's why JSN is looking so incredible? I think there's something there. I think they don't think JSN can be a true number 1 receiver, so they're just stacking the box, and I think they're learning. I think they're learning that JSN is that guy, and soon they'll back off. Man. How many years in a row can the Chiefs give Mahomes the worst receivers in the NFL? It's unreal. They've got the best quarterback in the league, and they continue to saddle him with the worst receivers. I know it's not totally their fault right now because of injuries, but it's wild. Oh, I think he caught that one. Wow. What a catch. I know, Pretentious Cameron. I haven't forgotten about that. That was the game we really needed to win, and oh my man. That one's bothers me. DK is a top 25 receiver. I don't know if he's higher than that. It's hard to say. Like, there are things going on in Pittsburgh beyond his control. Like, Aaron Rodgers is not himself. But it hasn't been a great start. All right. All right, Chiefs touchdown. All right. So that's probably game. There's 6 minutes left. So Russ is completely incompetent and probably the worst quarterback in the league unless he plays the Cowboys. That's how bad the Cowboys are, man. They're the only team that does not know how to handle the Russ Moon ball. Is JSN top 10 right now? I think so. How is he not? Like, who are the receivers better than JSN? And I don't mean like this season. I mean in general, like in terms of ability. Knowing that JSN is playing kind of sort of as an outside receiver. Like, let's take a look here. Okay. Who are the candidates? Jamar Chase. Okay, Jamar Chase is better. Is Nico Collins better? I don't think so. Yeah, Jefferson. Jefferson's better. No. AJ Brown is probably better. Yeah, AJ Brown. Honestly, I don't think Puka's better. Puka's a Sam Darnold merchant. Or, I'm sorry, Sean McVay merchant. What the hell am I saying? What is wrong with me? Somebody in the chat said Sam Darnold is trash, and I read it while I was talking. Yeah, AJ Brown. Maybe CD, although CD doesn't play on the outside that much. Maybe not CD. I might go Malik Neighbors before CD, honestly. I think being able to play on the outside is such a valuable thing. Yeah, I can't think of 10 receivers better than JSN. Yeah, I don't think Puka's all that. I think Puka Nakua benefits tremendously from McVay. No, we do not need to play Milrow. We do not need to play Milrow. In fact, I'd be very happy if Milrow was not active again for the rest of the season. Amon-Ra's a slot-only guy, though, Big Country. That's the thing. Amon-Ra almost exclusively not exclusively, but mostly plays in the slot. I think there's a difference. I think there is a difference when you compare him to someone like St. Brown, who is really good, but you like Locke as our backup? Yeah, it's fine. Having Locke as our backup is fine. Like, I went over this in the JSN video I posted last week. Amon-Ra's never played on the outside the way JSN has started this season. Where would you rank the Hawks defense this season? Top 5 yet? I'm not sure. Probably. Chargers defense is probably better. You think Trevor Lawrence is good? I can't tell if it's the team around him or if he himself is just mad. I think Trevor Lawrence is good. There are some issues there, but I do think he's good. Would you have Keon Coleman or Xavier Worthy? I don't even know if those guys are good. You think Marvin Harrison is a bust? No, why would I think that? Did something happen today? If something happened today, then I'm unaware. Can Darnold give JSN the target volume necessary? Well, he is right now. In fact, after today, JSN might be the leading receiver in all of football. Hold on. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but he was second going into the week and he had 94 yards, and Neighbors did nothing. Neighbors has been completely anonymous. So, yeah, and CD got hurt. What did Puka do today? Oh, Puka's going to be number one, I think. Yeah, Puka's going to be number one, but JSN, I think, will be second. So right now, I mean, JSN's getting the targets. Here's the thing, though. Eventually, defenses are going to respect him and start actually, like, doubling him and not playing the run so hard. So it will trail off a little bit. You play Souls-like games? Oh, yeah, Christian, all the time. I've beaten every major FromSoft game at least once. Darnold is too stiff. I don't know how you come away from that with that conclusion from watching the game so far. Like, I still think Darnold is just an okay quarterback, but he's playing good. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been good. Who is your favorite player this game? Probably Horton. JSN was basically tripled on that massive downfield catch today. That's true. Are you planning on getting Phantom Blade 0? I don't even know what that is. I must be out of the loop. I don't know what that is. I have not played another Crab's Treasure. I've watched people play it, though. It does look good, but I have not had a chance to play it. Slide, I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is. I don't know if you're just trying to annoy people, but you need to get your priorities in order. Have you played Silk Song? No, I haven't even played the original Hollow Knight. So I'm behind.
Go Mariners. Darnold dodged that first sack.
Y2K, thank you for the $2. Yeah, it's hard to throw across your body too, and he's pretty good at it. Yeah, Slide, I don't know if you just don't understand how the NFL works, but trust me, the last thing in the world we wanted to do was allow the Rams to win. If the Rams won that game, they might have just gone on. It might have been off to the races. Are you picking up Silent Hill? When does it come out? I don't think I can get it on PC. I don't think my PC will run it, so I'd have to get it on PlayStation 5. Oh, okay. HHG. I'll look into that. Thoughts on Tyrese Knight and Drake Thomas? I thought Drake played much better, especially in coverage. I think Knight's coming along, so I didn't notice Thomas very much. I'd have to rewatch the game to have a view on that. Why is Russ throwing it into double coverage? Is that all he can do? Just lob up moon balls into coverage? Spagnuolo has him eating out of his hand right now. Crazy. I was worried if the Rams won that game today, it might have been off to the races. Like, their schedule's pretty easy. Like if they had won that game, I would be like, they might win 15 games this year. I don't even know. Oh, all right. Wan'Dale Robinson. I started him in fantasy. I think I'm going to lose in fantasy. Thoughts on Hall? Doing good. I'm cool with it. Sacks would be nice, but, you know. Is that intentional grounding? There was nobody within a mile of that ball. Yeah, I think I'm losing in fantasy this week. Let me see. With how our DBs are playing, do you see us trading Woolen? Probably not. I don't think we're going to be looking to offload players during the season. Oh, I'm not done yet. I am... Wow, I am in trouble, though. I need Amon-Ra to go off. I had a terrible week. Yeah, I had a terrible week. Good Lord. I need either Wan'Dale Robinson to catch a touchdown here, or I need Amon-Ra to go crazy tomorrow night. Yeah. Did they get Russ for intentional grounding? I was thinking it was. Do you think the Seahawks schedule is hard? No, it's absolutely not. It's the opposite of hard. I'm 2-0. We'll see what happens to this week, but it doesn't look great. I need Wan'Dale Robinson to catch a touchdown here. Your thoughts on the new O-line signing? What, Shane Lemieux? Well, he's not very good, but not every player in the NFL gets to be good, so I'm cool with it. I would trade that Steelers win for a Niners win, though. Holy hand grenade. Yeah, I was let down pretty heavily today by my fantasy team. CeeDee Lamb is starting for the other team, and I still am probably going to lose. Is that another grounding? Well, obviously they go for this. Who looks like the biggest threat outside the division on the schedule? Probably Tampa Bay. You still streaming the Hawks Nest? Yeah. Or have you been off the channel for a while, Caleb? I do it every week. I watch most of the Mariners game, Max. Russ just threw it away on 4th down. Russ just threw it out the back of the end zone on 4th down. What are you doing, man? No, Russ should get benched this week, and then they should just play Dart the rest of the year, and Russ should never play again. This is a sad way to go out. I don't know why we need to make it sadder. The booing is kind of sad. That's what they do in New York. That is what they do in New York. They boo you if you do not perform. I think Russ has to retire at the end of the year. Like, if Russ retires and starts a podcast where you listen, based on what we know of him, which is granted a very guarded version of him, he doesn't really have a good podcast personality. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to listen to the Micah Parsons podcast, but I do not find it to be engaging. I don't think he's very good. All right, guys, back in 60 seconds. Before I go any further into this, I want to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Sleeper. Have you heard about the Sleeper app? It is the best way to experience and connect over sports together with other users. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. Go download the app now. You can celebrate and chat on games in real time with others. You can get the fastest scores, news, and alerts, all that right at your fingertips. And of course, you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So you can enjoy sports the way they were meant to be, together. Download the #1 sports app today. And when you go, use promo code SBN, that is SBN, and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. So check out Sleeper today. Don't forget promo code SBN. All right, welcome back. Did you see T-Law? What do you mean by that specifically? I mean, I saw him today. Did he do something? Yeah, Holy Hand Grenade. I think B&B is going to be on Wednesday this week because of the game. Hoop Craze, I'm not going to get into details about stuff like that. Can Russ retire with us? I think he probably will. I think he probably will. I would be surprised if he didn't. Favorite female sideline reporter? Probably Erin Andrews. Well, I don't even know if she does it anymore. Hey, John, what's up? Hmm. Do they retire Russ's jersey if he retires a Hawk? I think so. I'm not so sure, though. Kellen Moore, I guess, is actually good. Kellen Moore is good at his job. I'm surprised. I did not think Kellen Moore mattered that much, but he matters a lot. It might take a few years for his number to get retired. Like, I wouldn't worry about it right now. Like, Russ's number probably won't get retired for some time. And Giants play the Chargers, so they're definitely 0-4. Saints, they can beat the Saints, but then Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, Niners. Yeah, they're going to be like 1-8 at best. Yeah, they're 1-8 at best, I think. And then it's just like, hopefully Russ isn't out there by then, because at that point he'll have lost like 11 of his last 12 or something. Which Seahawks legend should be in the Hall of Fame first, Sean Alexander or Marshawn Lynch? I think they both should be in, but probably Marshawn Lynch deserves it a little bit more. So off topic, but Megan Trainor lost a lot of weight. No wonder you never see her anymore. Her whole thing was like she was kind of big, and now she's not big anymore, so there's nothing about her that stands out. Why do the Chiefs just do that? Just run the ball, get down to the 2-minute warning, and get the game over with. Russ is going back out there on them garbage time yards. But yeah, when was the last time Megan Trainor was relevant? Like, it's been 10 years, and I was wondering where she went, and now it's like, oh, she lost like 50 pounds, it looks like. I think Adele can't sing anymore because of her throat. Whoa, did they block that? No. You don't know who Megan Trainor is? She's a singer. Yeah, the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs are going to get their receivers back soon, and then they'll be better, but they have to work so hard to move the ball offensively. Do you think anyone else other than JSN gets 1,000 yards this year? I don't know who else it could be. I really don't know who else even has a chance. We're not going to throw to anybody else enough. Yeah, I've heard about the Ozempic side effects. Married the dude from Spy Kids? Really? There's a rumor going around now that one of the side effects to Ozempic is that you'll have very vivid dreams of like extreme nightmare fuel stuff, like some really, really bad stuff. Like apparently one of the side effects of Ozempic is just these really, really messed up dreams. Oh, Malik Neighbors caught a ball. AJ Brown's a better receiver than Puka. What do you think about Cup? He's fine. I kind of feel like this is the last year he'll be good though. I think next year he'll be kind of dead weight, so I'm just trying to get what I can out of him now while we can. John Smith, I think the run game just got vanilla because they were up by so much and didn't want to explore the playbook. That might be true, but they should still be able to run the ball on a fundamental level beyond what we got. They didn't even get 2.5 yards a carry. I do think that's a problem. If you could compare Mariners to a NFL team or franchise, who would it be? Honestly, it really might be a team like the Jaguars or something. Oh, Scatabo. Oh, we don't like that. Well, Silver Ace, what else would Jerry Jones say? He did trade away Micah Parsons. Of course, he's going to defend the move. Like, what is he going to do? Well, Stat, the thing with that is we were also running the ball early in the game before we had a big lead, and we still were not very successful. Well, here's the thing. The Lions were good in the pre-Super Bowl era. The Mariners don't have a pre-Super Bowl era equivalent. That's the difference. That's why it's like maybe Jacksonville, because Jacksonville has never been good. Or, well, they've never had a truly great team. They've never had a Super Bowl team, and they didn't exist prior to the Super Bowl. Like, the Lions won 3 NFL championships in the 50s. The Lions were a storied franchise. Oh, wow. Well, it's all for naught. Jacksonville has no legendary players at all? No. That's not true. Byron Leftwich is a legend. One time, Byron Leftwich wound up to throw the ball, and a bird landed on the ball while he was cocking back. How many Super Bowls does Browns have? Well, they don't have any Super Bowls, but they have NFL championships. The Browns were like the team in the 50s, along with the Lions. Tony Boselli, yeah. Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor is an all-time great. Remember the great Fred Taylor? Thoughts on Geno having the worst O-line again? I don't know what he did to deserve this. The thing is, I thought that Raiders offensive line would be okay at run pass blocking, at least. So far, not really. Maybe it's a Pete Carroll thing. Maybe Pete Carroll just... Well, you guys know who the offensive line coach in Vegas is, right? You guys know who that is, right? It's Brennan Carroll. So, I guess you could say Pete's kind of getting what he deserves. All right, Chiefs are kneeing the clock out. So the Giants don't even get garbage time. Yeah, the Jags went 14-2 one time. The Jaguars went 14-2, won a playoff game 62-7, but then lost to the Titans in the AFC title game. Mariners seem to be the Falcons. That's pretty good. That actually kind of works. The issue with that is that at least the Falcons have played in a couple Super Bowls. Did you see Dan Vienne saying Love, Nick, Iman, and Spoon most likely will play on Thursday? I did not. How would he know that, though? Is he speculating? Or does he know? Like does he have inside info? All right, the game's over. Chiefs win. Giants go to 0-3. Oh, and by the way, since I never said it when the stream started, we got 140 people in here now, so thank you, everybody, for coming out and spending part of your evening with me. Please like the stream if you haven't already. YouTube, Facebook, X, wherever you are. Give it a like. You can also subscribe if you are new. We're trying to hit 20,500 subs by the end of the month. Still have a chance to get there. And if you want to go above and beyond that, you can donate via Super Chat or tipping. You can tip via the link in the description. You can become a channel member for $2 a month. You can pledge to the Patreon. And those are the best ways to support. I think we blow out the Cardinals. Thoughts? I think it's a good matchup for us. I think it's a good matchup, so I'm not against it. Do you think they should have put Emin Warren on IR if he doesn't play on Thursday? Yes. At that point, you didn't gain that much from it. The B&B show should be Wednesday this week, Silver Ace, because of the game being on Thursday. You think we're a top 3 defense? I'd have to think about it. Like, okay, let's look at this real quick here. I think the best defense is probably the Chargers in terms of effectiveness. I know the numbers may not say it. I think the Chargers defense is the best. I'd also say the Browns defense is really good. Maybe we're there. Yeah, I mean, who's their backup running back? Who's the Arizona backup running back? Who do they even have? Yeah, Browns D is amazing. Oh, Trey Benson. Okay, that's not terrible. You could do worse, I guess. I don't know how this Colts defense has done so well so far this season. I'm kind of not buying them. I think you got to give a lot of props to that Houston defense. They're hanging tough right now. That offense is doing nothing for them, and that defense just hangs in there over and over and over again. No, Chicago's defense is terrible. No, Chicago is one of the worst defenses in the league, if anything. See ya, Moon Man. Niners defense has been very good so far this year, yeah. Yeah, I think that Bills defense might finally be expired. They were playing with fire for a long time. They kept losing players every season, and McDermott would get them to play at a good level. And it seems like that's finally run out. Oh, I didn't know Nick Bosa got hurt. I didn't know Nick Bosa. How bad is the Nick Bosa injury? What did you think about the Falcons and Penix? I think Penix might just be bad. Like, I'm sorry. He is so inaccurate. Sometimes it almost feels like you are watching Jamarcus Russell. Like, sometimes the way it's so labored for him to get the ball out and then it just kind of flutters. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I think he looks terrible. Bosa suffered a sprained knee. Oh, interesting. I did not hear about this. I did not know. Did you like Penix at Washington? Of course. I wasn't a big fan of him as a pro prospect, though. I thought there were some issues, and so far there have been issues. The class of last year are all suffering pretty varying degrees of a sophomore slump. Darren Motorsports, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. I think Caleb's doing fine overall. I think that I still like Drake May. Jaden Daniels, that one's got to correct at some point. I don't know what the heck is going on. Does Wentz play over McCarthy this season at this point? I don't think so. It's Carson Wentz. What made you choose the Huskies over the Cougars? Well, the Cougars are like Eastern Washington. Bosa may miss a couple games. Look, that's what it's going to take for the Niners to lose games. They might win like 15 games this year because of that schedule. They have gotten through a lot of their tougher games already, I'm sorry to say. Like, I hate to say it, but that Niners team might just be off to the races. And at this point, I'm just hoping we beat them and the Rams can beat them a couple times, and that'll be enough, but they might just run away with this. What do you think of Bo Nix now? I never liked him. I don't like him now. I don't think he's good. Yeah, our schedule's easy, but so is everyone else in the division is the thing. I still feel like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the Super Bowl right now. I don't know. I don't think the Eagles have looked good. I don't think the Bills have looked good. Like, on defense, they look terrible, honestly. Ravens, they've looked fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like there's a truly dominant team right now. I don't feel like there's one team that's just running away with it. Yeah, I thought Bo Nix was a worse prospect than Penix. The thing with Bo Nix was he didn't run a 40, and I was worried he was like maybe a 4.8 guy that was trying to hide it. But I don't think that's the case anymore. But I did think Penix was a little better than Nix, but I wasn't a big fan of either. Thoughts on the Bucks? They're starting to annoy me, man. They keep finding stupid ways to win. They should be 0-3 right now. I don't know. I've always thought Bo Nix was overrated, but so far this year, he's not even playing good. Like, Bo Nix legitimately looks like a bad quarterback through 3 weeks. Today should have been an easy win, and he just kept missing throws. It's not exactly the same thing, but Bo Nix, I think, has the same limitations as Jalen Hurts. Like, I think Bo Nix and Jalen Hurts are almost the same quarterback. Have you changed your tune on Herbert? Well, I've always thought Herbert was good ever since he started playing in the NFL. Like, he's playing the best football of his life. Why would I change my tune on him now? He's 3-0. Stroud is not getting helped out right now by his team. But I do think this does expose that he was overrated. People got a little too excited about him a couple years ago. He's good, but there isn't a lot separating him from a Tua or a Purdy. Falcons terrible. Raheem's not a good coach. You think he makes it the whole year? Didn't he get a big contract? I don't think they can move him yet. You think that quarterbacks are generally worse today than they were 10 to 15 years ago? Absolutely. We were spoiled 10, 15 years ago. Man, why do you think Jalen Hurts is a worse quarterback than Brock Purdy? Because there's too many things that he can't do. Yeah, Silver Ace, I will. But honestly, I think that I don't think there's that much interest there. It's like, I think I know what they're going to do. They're going to play their best players that they thought they had going into the season. I don't think they're going to make any big changes yet. Maybe Job plays over Woolen some, but I don't think it's complete. Brock has way more limitations than Jalen Hurts. I don't think so. And I don't really think much of Purdy either, by the way. I think that Purdy and Hurts are probably about the same, approximately. I don't think there's a big difference between those two guys. No, right, guy, that wasn't me. You know, John, I feel like offensive line play has been kind of down for 20 years. There aren't enough good offensive linemen. Is Darnold top 10? No, I don't think so. Let me think. Okay, top 10 quarterbacks. Hold on. Mahomes, Allen. I mean, are we talking about just this season so far, the way they played so far? Because, like, what, is Daniel Jones a top 5 quarterback? Like, how do we judge this? How do we factor this in? Are we just talking about the way they played so far to start the season? Because then, like, Mahomes wouldn't even be up there, but what's the point? If you're going to make a top 10 quarterback list and not have Mahomes in the top 1, then what's the point? Yeah, I'm not happy with the Cardinals right now. I want to take it out on them on Thursday, for sure. All right, so that's the end of Sunday Night Football's coverage. So I think they're going to do fifth quarter stuff. I don't know. I don't like the fifth quarter as much as I used to. Why are fullbacks almost extinct? Well, offenses moved away from that kind of stuff. I think a lot of offenses look at a fullback as like a waste of a roster spot. Is JSN a top 10 receiver? I think so. I imagine so. Especially now that he's doing stuff as an outside receiver. What happened to the fifth quarter? I don't know. I used to like watching it. Now I kind of don't. Well, that's the thing to understand, guys. The whole division has an easy schedule, so it's not like it's going to get a lot harder. It's not. Hurts can't throw. He literally brought the Eagles back and beat the Rams with his arm. Well, that's not what I saw. I mean, there are throws that he can make. They're just very limited. There are huge portions of the field that are cut off to an offense that runs through Jalen Hurts' passing. What do you think of JS's ability to move off players and get the most of it? Seems like he knows when a player is declining. He's had some success doing that. I mean, we're really just talking about one really big obvious example in Russell Wilson right now, right? Like that's an outlier. Nolan, is that a CDI Zelda reference? How bad was Gino today? Gino was pretty great today. It's just the Raiders gave up 41 points. But Geno did his thing today. It's just the Raiders are, the Raiders. Pete is such a bad fit for that Raiders team. It's unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe. Like, you know what should have happened? Pete should have gone to the Cowboys. That's a team that's ready to win right now. Pete should have gone to the Cowboys. That would have been great. All right, guys, 60 seconds. Before I go any further into this, I want to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Sleeper. Have you heard about the Sleeper app? It is the best way to experience and connect over sports together with other users. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. Go download the app now. You can celebrate and chat on games in real time with others. You can get the fastest scores, news, and alerts, all that right at your fingertips. And of course, you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So you can enjoy sports the way they were meant to be, together. Download the #1 sports app today. And when you go, use promo code SBN, that is SBN, and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. So check out Sleeper today. Don't forget promo code SBN. All right, welcome back. Dable might get fired this week, man. Dable might get fired this week. This might be it. I don't know. All right, guys. So, I'm gonna get out of here. Went for about an hour. Thanks everybody for coming out. Tomorrow we got a lot of videos to push out, and we're gonna be kind of cramped for time this week. No, Cowboys were ready to win at that time. Not now. Not now that they traded Micah Parsons. But at the time, they had the most expensive quarterback in the league. They had a receiver, a top 3 paid receiver. They had Micah. They had a pretty good offensive line in place. They had just traded for George Pickens. Like, that actually would have made sense. PFF video comes out tomorrow when we get the PFF data. Twitch, I don't think so, Nolan. I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight. We'll see. I'd love to do Twitch tonight, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. And I know I have stuff going on tomorrow night. I have I'm actually going to a autograph signing with Emerson Hancock. So I know I'm gonna have less time tomorrow to make videos. All right, guys. See you guys later. Go Hawks. Good big win today. Let's keep it going.